Internet, the All Things YouTube live show is about to start. As always, the countdown timer is going to come on. If you're watching this as a rerun, go ahead, just fast forward through the countdown timer. I won't mind. I keep that in because if I chop it out, the live chat replay will go away, and I don't want to take features away from you. So countdown timer's coming on. I will have a hot mic as always. You never know what's going to happen. Get some jams going, and I'll switch to the bald spot cam. Everyone loves the bald spot cam. Here we go. Boom! Can't quite see the bald spot. Let me fix that. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get your YouTube questions ready. I will answer questions all night long. Keep the audio jams going. I'm getting a warning on the stream's bitrate health. Let me know if everything's looking good on your end. Hi, Sammy Cool. I turned off Wi-Fi. Hopefully that helps. I know, Sammy, I know. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. You remember me. I'm Matt Haas. This is All Things YouTube Live. It's a live stream where I help you make searchable videos people actually watch. Boom. You like that? Took me a while to edit that. Oh, I'm so glad everyone is here. Let's see who we got in the house. We have Talking Tax. Welcome back, Talking Tax. Sammy Superstar is here. Harneal Media, that's my friend Steve Nealon. Jaden the Guy, welcome, welcome. And Jim Bashir's from Driveway Workshop. More people are piling in. Oh, I've got a fun show. I'm going to talk about a new item in the upload flow when you upload your videos to YouTube. I'm going to talk about the Creator Toolkit from Impartial Geek and a new feature I have on All Things YouTube. Well, it's something you can enjoy. It's a content calendar and it's in Notion. I don't know if you know what Notion is, but I'm going to show you because it's freaking awesome. Short answer is it's an online database, but it's got many powerful features. It's going to keep track of all of my assets, where they go on all my hard drives, what items they are inside Final Cut Pro, and more importantly, all of my published stuff. It's going to be able to catalog it, not just on this channel, on my 17 other channels as well. Just wait until you see the power of this thing, and I think it's going to be good because you can use it for content creation. And this show's all about making awesome content for YouTube. Look at this. Yeah, Talking Tax was chatting with me through the chat messages before the show got to this point, and mentioned the CTR is at average 7.4. That's amazing. You see one of these slides, they'll come up with CTR equals 8%. You want to get to that magical 8% number. Now remember, last week's stream, I talked about, there it is, CTR greater than 8, and then eyeball percentage greater than 50. That's average percent viewed, 50% or higher. That's the thing. You also have to get your average percent viewed. So Talking Tax, my recommendation would be to go into your analytics, go to the audience retention report, and see that particular video or live stream, whatever it was, see what your average percent viewed is. And if it's 50% or above, then you're in the Goldilocks zone. YouTube will start pushing your stuff because it needs 8% or higher on CTR. It needs 50% or higher on average percent viewed. So there you go. There are lots of ways you can engage with me. We've got a Facebook group, free, ask questions, be alongside other people that are growing their YouTube channels just like you. I'll accept you. Go to that group and apply to be a member in that group. And then I have an email list. Keep track of everything I'm doing. I always go on the email list first, and can't clear these things fast enough. You can buy stuff from me. I've got a course. Well, actually, it's a free course. 32 lessons are free on how to be awesome on YouTube. And again, I teach you to make searchable videos people watch. It's free. It's free lessons on how to be awesome. Knowledge is what you need. Right there it is. It's all laid out for you. There is an optional way you can pay $15 one time and you can unlock some premium courses. But the 32 main courses are there, including the Make Searchable Videos People Watch. So just go there and get that. And then I'm doing one-on-one consulting with a deep dive review of your YouTube channel. You might want to check that out as well. And I can't seem to clear everything that I want to be cleared here. So many buttons, folks. So many buttons. Oh, my goodness. We've got this tip service. If you tip here, you will get your name right there. And it'll stay there until someone tips. This just takes your credit card or PayPal. It's super easy. And I also have Patreon. Let's take a look at my Patreon supporters. Jerry Brown from Poly Crafter, Harneal Media, Love Audio Production, Osprey Mama. Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs, and Shalalala Productions. Thank you for being top patrons. If you want to be a patron, I'll throw your stuff up here and shout you out each live stream, and I'll put your stuff in the email newsletter as well. Also, you'll make me redo this slide, so you can make me do labor in Photoshop by redoing the slide if you become a patron. That's a lot of fun. $1 patrons: Steve Carmichael, Miter Mike's Woodshop, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Javi's Woodshop, The Mad Maker, and this is sponsored by Verbose Perspectives. It's an awesome show by Robert Lee on the Shalalala Productions YouTube and Facebook page. It's the last Thursday of the month. Go check that out. Now, you can also get some fun stuff. These are other ways. This is, Buy Me a Coffee. I have Buy Me a Coffee here. I talked about these two. And here you can buy stuff. You can use my affiliate link. Hey, if you're going shopping on Amazon, just click this link first and then buy whatever you want. A few pennies will come my way. That really helps. I'm doing a lot of free content, folks. If you're digging this content, definitely drop a like. That's free. And you can use that shopping link, buy a shirt. If you want to know how I'm doing all this on-screen stuff, I use a Mac. This is Mac software, streaming software. Free 14-day trial. Come back to this link. Buy it. I'll catch a few pennies. Same price for you. I really dig it. All right. If you have any questions about YouTube, about your content strategy, about the platform itself, what buttons are where, what reports you should run, titles, thumbnails, anything, ask me in the chat and I will answer you sometime this evening. And if I don't answer you right away, ask it a second time because I might miss it. Oh, not even close on the 50%, talking about the average percent viewed, but it's working. You know what? You gotta take it one piece at a time. No one can turn a channel around overnight. Just got to keep doing things that move the needle. You've moved the needle on CTR. Now get the other needles moving, and that's how you do it. Hey, Savage Coffee Tea is here. Welcome. I'm Matt Haas. Welcome to All Things YouTube Live. Hey, guys, just stopped by to show some Gilded support. Yay, we're going to talk about Gilded. I love all my Gilded peeps over there. Thank you. And, yeah, drop a like if you haven't already. Do one of these things. If you see this button and it's red, click it, and it'll go gray. I like these buttons to be gray. I don't like them to be red. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. We're going to get into the show. I will put on the, not that. I've got another overlay here. There we go. News of the week. I put this on so the video visually changes. So if you're watching this as a replay, you can fast forward and find this area pretty quickly. Everything I do is for the benefit of the user and the replay. I love these live streams. I love interacting. If you're watching this as a replay, type replay in the chat, and that's good. Talking Tax says, I am on Gilded, and yeah, take a look at your green part at the bottom of the screen. You see I subbed this channel. Oh, actually, yes, I do see that. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Talking Tax. Love it. This is Stream Elements. I love me some Stream Elements. Now fully compatible with Ecamm. Ecamm Live. Where's my Ecamm Live banner? Boom. All right. The news of the week. There is now the ability to do your closed captioning while you're uploading a video. Brand new. I think it's everywhere. We can take a look. Just try this for funsies. Let me go to YouTube Studio. So you go to upload a video. I don't have a video to upload. Let me just find something. Oh boy. Just pick something at random. And when I say the upload flow, this is what I'm talking about. This it's not technically a dialogue, but see how it grays out your screen on either side? While you're in here, you can do closed captioning. Let me see if they've got it in there. So this is the primary details, video elements, checks, visibility. Must not be there yet. But very soon, somewhere along this path, you're going to be able to do your closed captioning right here in this screen without ever leaving it. And I'm going to make sure this is unlisted. Oh, put it private. Save that. Close. So look for that. That YouTube is trying to make everything easier for you. And with those checks, you saw those checks. Now you can not commit a video into the system. You could you could remove it before it lands on the system. So that's good. That's good. I like that. So look for that. If you have that in your upload flow and you notice it, shoot me a message. Find me on social media. I would be interested to know if you have that, because it should be live across the platform. It just wasn't for me. Jaden the Guy is here, says, I have a question. How do I follow speakers on Clubhouse? You get on the panel and you ask them to say what their social media is. And then you can go to their profile and see if they have anything in their profile. This is... I like answering questions about other social media platforms, because I know a lot. It's not just all the YouTube stuff in my brain. I got a lot of other stuff as well. I wanted to talk about the Creator's Toolkit. So here, and this might be something you want to do. Whoops. This is where I'm going, creatorstoolkit.com. This is from Impartial Geek, David Foster on the interwebs. We've got two buttons here. This top one takes you into the toolkit. Now, David is putting all of his lessons online for free. They're for free. It's all there. But one thing which is kicking off today is the 7-day challenge. And that's what I want to talk about. And the reason I want to talk about it is I'm going to do it. There will be 7 prompts, and you make content around those 7 prompts. And you will see that public on this channel. I'm going to make videos following the prompt. What's a prompt? He's going to tell you what you need to make content about. He's going to say, make a video, or it could be a podcast, or it could be a live stream, or it could be an edited video. He's going to say, this is what you need to do in this content, and then you do it. And it's going to be on my channel. It's going to be public, and I'll put it in a playlist, the Creator Toolkit 7-Day Challenge playlist. So look for that. Jim Dockrell's here. Hi, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. All Things YouTube Live. Always good to have you. So do check it out. I mean, I love free training. I have free training, and this is free training in lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, monetizing, choosing a platform, content type, passion. It's all there. Here's my website. If you haven't trolled around over here, get on that. That's allthingsyoutube.com. I have a buying guide, and all of the ways you can support and get a hold of me are down here. Email, newsletter, sign up. Definitely do that. I announce everything through email and Patreon first, and both are free. Oh, I know Patreon's not free, but it is free in one respect. If you come here, this is the public view. If you click this button, follow. See how they have the follow and share? If you click the follow button, that doesn't cost anything. You will see all of my public posts I make on this timeline. And that is free in Patreon. So you can do that, or you can sign up for my email newsletter. That's free as well. So yeah, if you start seeing daily videos from me on all things YouTube, some of them might be in the 7-day challenge that I'm taking, and that's open to the public. You can join the challenge as well, and you don't need to deliver on time. You can do them at your own pace. So there's 7 exercises. Most people are going to do them, you know, back to back, but you don't have to. Hey, Jim Bashir's getting Chinese carryout. Hey, how about that? I'll take that all day long. Okay. The next thing I want to show you is a tool that's free on the internet to help with several things. It's going to help with content creation, and it's going to help with cataloging all of my digital assets, because there's a lot of digital assets. Let's face it, when you post a video, okay, you've got your MP4. Well, there's a lot more than that. There's the thumbnails, and there's not only the thumbnail for the YouTube video, there's the thumbnail for Twitter, a square thumbnail for Instagram, a thumbnail for the website with the branding stripped off, because my website has branding in the header. I don't want to read. So when I go to publish a video, there's lots of little images that I need to make. It manages all of that. It manages where they're at, what hard drive they're on. And it will manage when it was published and do calendar views. So think of it as multiple related databases that are easy to use. Let me show you what I got going on here. I'm really excited about this. Where am I at here? Thought I had it. Do I have it open? I guess I don't. I will get it open. Here we go. Now, this doesn't look all that impressive yet. But here is a list of published content. Now, I only went back a couple times, but if you take a closer look, you get a little thumbnail, what the content is, if it's a lot. Let me do it one more time. If it's a live video or an edited video, the date, and then the link to it. And I'm also going to put like a little blurb, which like the description. I'm going to put the first couple sentences of the description here. And if you want a closer look at the thumbnail, well, then you can pop out the thumbnail larger like this. Why is this important? And I have just a boring header up here for now. But this is a public page on the internet, and it's on my Notion account, which is free. And I'm going to do this for all of my content. Now, this is just the All Things YouTube view, but I'm also going to do it for Awesome Wood Things. I'm going to do it for Piano Awesome. I'm going to do it for Awesome Fun Things as well. Those are my 4 main channels. And I might even put the content that I do on other people's channels. I have the show with Robert on this channel. I'll put those up there. And I have the show with Brenda G's Designs. So basically, see if you follow me here. If you only want the All Things YouTube stuff, you can come here, but I'm going to have other screens. I'm going to have different screens for all of them, all individual channels having their own screen. I'm going to do one screen with everything. Like if you want the whole fire hose, you can get the fire hose too. And all of this is being done with just a couple clicks. Here's really the gist of it, but I've got my content See, this has more. that calendar view was only things that happened in the past and that were published. So only the 5 main bits of information. But look, there's so much more information here. There is, well, what channel it's on, where it's at, and what it's called on my back-end system. A lot of times I'm like, oh, I did that video 2 years ago in my wood shop, and I really like that thumbnail. I want to get to the Photoshop file that thumbnail was. Well, how do you do that? That's very hard to do. To answer that, what I had to do before I cataloged it like this was go to YouTube, find the video I wanted. So let's say I'll come here. Then I would look to figure out what its file name was, because you see how YouTube catalogs the actual file name. And then I would search my hard drive for that file, or the multiple USB hard drives that I have plugged into my computer. Find it, find the folder that it was in, and then find the JPEG that was the thumbnail, and then find its companion Photoshop. See all these hops I had to do? Hop, 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 hop. Well, no more. Not with Notion. Now where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's all right there. And look at this. This is actually very important. It looks so trivial, but notice how this one is called New Analytics Channel Growth Thumb. PSD, that's the Photoshop. Now, normally, the actual JPEG will be named the same thing, but it's not. Look at that too. I made 2 of the, I didn't like the first one, so I made a second version. That's the version I want. Without it being cataloged, I would have found New Analytics Channel Growth Thumb.jpg, not thumb2.jpg. So, and then this is the Final Cut Pro Live. This is the Final Cut Pro stuff over here. This is what I call these things within Final Cut Pro, because, like, you know, all things YouTube KB11, like, what? How is that this? Is this exciting to anyone? This is so cool. Anyway, so I'm using Notion to do this, and it's just like Excel. Like here's like an Excel spreadsheet, but it's not a spreadsheet, it's actually a database. And this is the internal drives. And it works both directions. So here I have all 3 of these videos are on the internal drive. And then here they are up here. So see how it works both directions? And then here are my thumbnail assets and what video they're on. This is just the start. Now, again, it's like, Matt, why are you going through all this trouble? This is just a couple quick copy and pastes, and the stuff practically fills itself in. But what do I get? I get a catalog of where all my assets are, and you, as the viewer, can get this, which is actually its own web page. This. Is that a web page? No, that's not the web page. That's the actual thing. But anyway, yeah, no, that's the web page. Anyway, you get this, which is a convenient way for you to find all my stuff. I've always wanted this, and now there's a free tool called Notion, notion.io. Let me go to the main, or is it notion.so? Let's find this. Whoops. Let's go Notion. Yeah, notion.so. That's it. You can sign up for a free account and you could start using this. And it can be as simple as a to-do list. Oh, also I said for content creation, I'm working on metadata to manage my content flow. I don't have it yet, but Brainstorm, shoot, edit, and then once you get it going, did you do the closed captioning? Check that off. Did you do the end cards? Check that off. Did you do the cards, the bullet cards? Check that off. Did you send an article in your email newsletter? Did you make a blog post? All of these pre-video and post-video activities I'm going to put in Notion, templatize them, and then everything I do, I'm gonna be ready to go. You can see let's see what else I'm working on here. I'm working on the movie poster sound absorption panel. This is the next thing I'm going to do in the wood shop. I almost got to it this weekend, but I'm going to build it out there and just see how and it's backlog. It's not published because I haven't done it yet. And then all of these things are empty. Like I didn't publish it yet. Didn't make the video yet. I don't have a media URL. I don't have the MP4. Right? So all of this stuff is going to fill in. When I create a Final Cut Pro event, I'm going to put it there. A Final Cut Pro project, when I make the thumbnail, it's all going, and then it's eventually going to show up on one of these public-facing calendars. So, and you know, this is the everything I published in the past. See, published, past tense, published. There could even be future stuff too. All my future live shows, you can have a view that says, everything that's happening this week that hasn't happened yet. I don't know. I'm really excited. Data. It's all about data. Like, you know, I'm a data architect and I'm a web developer. Web developer is basically a shortcut for a database expert. I love big data. I love corporate systems. This thing is all for free and it's all online. I just paid $300 for a desktop database called FileMaker Pro, which I love. I've been using FileMaker Pro my entire career. It's a Mac-based software, and it's a desktop data. It's essentially the same thing, but it's very expensive, and you have to build each screen separately. You have to build the relationship between this table and that table, and this table, is it one to many, many to one? It's very geeky. This is push-button simple. It's blows me away. Get a free Notion account, notion.so. S as in Sierra, O as in Oscar. Notion.so. Sign up for a free account and start watching YouTube tutorials about it. I guarantee you're going to find use cases for it in your daily life. And a lot of people are just using it for the content creation part, the mind map, you know, the checklist to get there. But me, I'm taking it a step further. I'm going to do it for the content creation. I'm going to do it for cataloging my assets so I know where I'm at. And I'm going to do a calendar view of what I've published and what I'm going to do that week. So everyone can follow along. It's one table, multiple views. It's genius. It's like I'm doing this work just to catalog my stuff, and boom, I get a preview calendar and a what happened in the past calendar kind of for free. Russ Clarity is here from Simply Wooden Creations. Hello, Russ. Better today, really bad this weekend. What's going on there, Russ? I know you didn't have a show on Saturday. I didn't quite figure out what's going on. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Yeah. I'm getting organized. You know, every January, everyone is kind of like get organized kick. Well, you know what? I'm starting the year late. It's April, and now I'm going to get organized with Notion.so. That's gonna be my focus. And who knows? Maybe if I get this Notion thing humming, I'll package it up. Say, here, I spent a month building this thing out. Works for me. Do you want it? Copy, paste, boom. You could just have your Notion set up the same way I did, with the same tables, with the same fields, with the same drop-down value lists. You name it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, keep an eye out for videos on All Things YouTube as I complete these 7 challenges, 1 per day. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah. What else is going on? Any questions about the YouTubes? Any questions about content? Oh, Russ says 2 herniated discs in back. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine what that's like. So sorry, Russ. Hope you're on the mend, and I hope you get past that soon, brother. Does not sound like a good time.
It does not sound good. Not good at all.
I had to use my voice changer. Get my money's worth out of it. Oh, fun Matt Haas news. I saved myself $1,000. $1,000.
$1,000.
I had a plumbing issue a while ago. You know that big metal tank on top of your water heater? You never know what it does. Apparently, it relieves the pressure because you can't backflow water out of your house anymore. They put the one-way valve on, and things can get super pressurized and hurt your fixtures. Well, that bladder thing stopped working, and my faucet in the kitchen would drip on the hot water. It would just drip, drip. I'm like, I had people come over like, oh, you need that part. They don't make that part anymore. It's an old faucet. So I'm looking at faucets. It turns out the faucet that's in my kitchen retails for about $700. Who knew faucets were that crazy expensive? Doesn't look that expensive. And it's old and they don't make it anymore. So I bought some parts on Amazon that looked like it would work, but it didn't work. I took it to Ace Hardware, and the guy found a part that was kind of close. Bottom line was I had to file off. I took the part down on the belt sander, and I filed it off because it was one of those pieces that fit, and it was like a circle but it wasn't a circle. It was one of these. You know, a circle with a flat top, where it would have went like this. Anyway, so that's the only difference, was this pin at the top was a cylinder. I had to so I altered the part, and this is I guess they call it a cartridge. So the cartridge that actually shuts the water off or lets the water through. Anyway, so I rigged it up, put it together, and by golly, it worked. So I didn't need to buy a replacement $700 kitchen faucet. I can't imagine what makes it cost that much. And then I would have had to pay a plumber to install it. So that would have been about $300. So $10 part on Well, I bought two. I bought the cold and I bought the hot water cartridge, but I didn't install the cold one because that one wasn't dripping. So I figure I'll keep that in the drawer in case I ever need to break it out. But basically, I avoided spending a truckload of money, and I just thought that was something I'd share because, you know, I figured if I break it, I'll just buy another one. Anyway, where were you shopping that charges that much for a faucet? I found it on Google Shopping, the like identical faucet, or I guess the new version of the identical faucet. And I think it pointed me to Home Depot, or maybe it was Lowe's, one of the big box stores. I don't know. But I will try and fix things before I spend the money. My washing machine started leaking, and I found a video, and it was 37 steps to dismantle it, and you had to break two parts. They designed it that way on purpose. So it's easier just to replace the whole unit. But I bought the replacement parts. I literally had to take a screwdriver and a mallet and crack a retaining thing, like physically break it to pry it off because there was no way to, anyway, stupid. Yeah, you need to learn how to shop for stuff. Well, I mean, I could have bought a cheaper one, but I like the style. I mean, it's a nice faucet. I was just like, holy cow. Ooh, gas. I won't touch anything natural gas. Hey, Kevin Michael Reed is here. I've never caught your show live. Always get replays. Okay, excellent. I'm glad you're here, Kevin. And if you have any YouTube questions, go ahead and ask. I'm just sharing a fun personal fact as I'm about to shut it down here. But yeah, we talked about YouTube's new upload flow, which will include the ability to do closed captioning. You can either edit the closed captionings that it auto generates, or you can upload your own directly in the upload flow. We talked about that. I talked about Impartial Geeks 7-day challenge through the Creators Guild. Talked about that a little bit. And then I showed my content calendar. Oh, and this content calendar is in the description of the video. So if you, right here, I've got, so if you scroll down below this video into the description, you'll see my public Notion calendar here. Yeah, something like that. And this is going to, I'm starting off by only showing my past and I only went back a couple things. So Notion, I'm excited about Notion. It's a way I'm cataloging all of my assets, as well as doing content planning, as well as doing public calendars of past and future stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. So if you see some videos on All Things YouTube, I'm going to put them in a Creators Guild playlist, or a 7-day challenge playlist. So that's cool. $900 gas valve. That's I cannot fathom that. All right, everyone. If you have any suggestions for content for All Things YouTube Live, let me know. I'm easy to get a hold of. Hope to see everyone in the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, go find me over there. Yes, we have a thriving YouTube community on Facebook, even though Facebook is a competing social media network. So go ahead and get in there. Drop a like. Hey, there's Shayna. How are you? No one can just scroll by your live notification. That green branding is eye-catching. Hey, that's one of my tips is... let me share this tip with you. I'll leave you with this one tip. YouTube has a lot of thumbnails. Of course, every object has a thumbnail in YouTube. And most of them share this one thing in common. The colors they use are colors that a digital camera can pick up. Usually. Well, you talked about my green. Let me show you something. Oh, Jim, I'm going to put you in a timeout. I do not like the Comic Sans font, and he knows it. See, he pushes my buttons, Jim. You're pushing my buttons, Jim. Okay, here is your content creation tip for color. And this is going to sound boring, but this, you heard it. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. She says the green eye-catching made her. This is what I'm going to tell you. Okay, let me just create something from scratch in Photoshop. What you want to do is see here, and you don't have to be in Photoshop. Other tools will do this as well. This is the concept I want to tell everyone. So right now, this color that I have highlighted, there's no warning sign here. Okay, that's good. I don't want warning signs. So you can kind of fly all over here. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Did you see what happened? Look what happened. Now there's a warning.
What's going on with that warning?
Let's see what it actually says. Whoops. Does it say something? Maybe I have to hover. There we go. I have to hover over it. Oh, darn it. I can't take a picture of the hover. Let's see what it says. You'll just have to squint. It says warning, out of gamut for printing. So what this is telling you is that color, this specific color, cannot be represented in the CMYK printed color space. The warning also means at the same time, it's not in the CMYK color space, and it's also can only be represented through a computer monitor with light. That's the trick. This green color, you better believe it, it's got the warning sign on it. This is the only time where warnings are good. So what you want to do is you want to use a color, not all colors, but a color in your branding that cannot be represented in the physical printed world. They call it reflective. Printed CMYK printing on paper is a reflective medium because the light hits it and is bounced back. It's reflected. On a computer monitor, it's different. The light is pushed at you. So what I recommend is finding, and you do not have to use Photoshop. You can use GIMP. GIMP is a free video editor for PC, Mac, and Linux. It's everywhere. And there's other ones out there as well that are free. You want to find those colors that are outside of the CMYK color space. Why do you want to, Matt? Okay, that sounds like a good tidbit, but why is that important? Well, it's important because 99% of people take a screen grab of their image and they just use it. Not me. I use colors around, I put borders, my font colors. One of those colors has this warning because it's printed. You cannot use it for printing. It says, I'll read it again. Out of gamut for printing basically means you can't represent that in. So there you go. Have a color that glows. It glows. Now it's going to suck if you want to make a t-shirt or a hat because those don't have LCD screens on them. You know, that's a reflective medium. You know, the light bounces off the string, the stitching of your embroidery, or it bounces off the printed ink on your t-shirt. So, you know, but you're on YouTube. YouTube is a computer screen type of thing and phone screen type of thing. So there you go. Triangle, good. Yes, warnings are good. Matt, the color rebel. I'm telling you. And this is in my Be Awesome on YouTube course, that factoid. You can get that for free. Now, I told you here, but however good that factoid was, they're all over the place. And this is free. You can sign up here for free, 32 lessons for free. Where am I at? There we go. All Things YouTube. That's how you sign up. Free preview right there on allthingsyoutube.com. That's where I am. Get the free preview. Easy peasy, folks. Easy peasy. And and green is also good because the interface of I think about this stuff. The interface of YouTube. Let me go out to the public YouTube. And well, just for funsies, I will turn off dark mode. There you go. The public interface of YouTube is what colors? Red, black, and white. And also, when you've watched something, they put a red bar, so there's a red interface item. So what color is green? It's not white, black, or red. So another way to catch people's eyeballs is to use a color that's different than the color of the platform. Twitch is all purple. I wouldn't use purple on Twitch. Anyway, Matt, you could be saying to yourself,
Matt, this all sounds like pretty minor stuff.
it's true, but it all moves the needle. No one tip is going to blast you into success. It's all moving the needle a little bit. So Matt uses a color that's not the color palette of YouTube. Does that make me successful? No. It moves the needle a little bit. Matt uses a color that can't be printed and is outside of the gamut for printing. Does that make me successful? No. It moves the needle a little bit. All of this stuff moves you do enough of these tips and then you're going to be successful. That's how I do this. I can't get my linked groups on Facebook. Can you help host? Jaden, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. I can't get my linked groups on Facebook. Linked groups. Linked Facebook groups? You can't get your linked Facebook groups on? Yeah, you'll have to help me out there. A new meaning to screen printing a shirt. Screen printing, as in squeegee the colors through a screen, not computer monitor screen. Okay, I'm going to leave it here, folks. Thank you for playing along on another All Things YouTube. I'm back here again next week. If you look at the video description and go the whole way down, you'll see the calendar for the upcoming. So this is next week's show. Go ahead and click that. And then I'm on Mind Equals Blown on the 15th and Verbose Wednesday on the 14th. Go check those out as well. Soon to be Notion calendars are going to replace all of this. That's going to be fun. All right, I'm leaving it here. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, okay. I'm reading what you're saying. I don't fully understand what a linked Facebook groups is. Hit me up with a direct message on Facebook, and I'll see what I can do. All right, I'm leaving it here. Thank you, everyone. Stay awesome. Later.